As I've often pointed out, the trouble with this government is, well, they're not truthful, are they? You see, if you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't be too fussed about releasing certain files, particularly attached to this man. That's right, the former ambassador to the United States of America, Lord Peter Mandelson. Now, as I told you recently here on our show, the bottom line was that Keir Starmer made sure that these particular files were not released ahead of the local elections. It didn't matter because he did incredibly badly. But now, guess what? This has happened. And plus, what's really going on inside the Department of Education? Let me explain. Hi chums, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today, and of course welcome one and all brand new subscribers. As this race to become the new leader, the new Prime Minister, takes a bit of a dark and bitter twist, as I've told you, Peter Mandelson is a man who's furious. I mean, he is furious by the way that he's being treated, because in his eyes, basically he was told or said that he told everything to Sir Keir Starmer that he should have worried about. Of course, it was pictures like this that basically made people think everything, but of course, you know, Keir Starmer didn't necessarily want to be told what to do. Stood on the lectern, said, you know, to us, he's just Peter, he's marvellous and all of that sort of stuff, pushed ahead. And what's very clear, despite what Keir Starmer wants to say and using that phraseology, what's really clear is nothing's clear. You see, now he's decided to once again stop the release of the remaining part of the files, the Epstein files, or indeed the correspondence that regarding himself, Peter Mandelson, and his former chief communications chief, Morgan McSweeney. You know, the one with the missing phone, right? People think that we've forgotten about that, but no, we haven't. And as I said in a previous video, it's such a colossal shambles, this government, that you can't stop the mess that it's currently in. I mean, there really lies your problem, right? What's interesting also in development is this. If this wasn't bad enough for the government, take a look at this video.
Right, what are we doing to help the children?
Come in, let's have a chat.
That's right, this is a video on the Department of Education, a government social media platform for, of course, England's education, the United Kingdom's education. And what we have is a reality TV star known as Gemma Collins, recently over in the controversial ITV's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. The self sort of styled GC, as she likes to call herself, has made a fortune out of being a character. She says she's not like that at all, but for some explicable reason, the Department of Health feel that Gemma's the right person to get a message across. You have to remember that Gemma does nothing for nothing, right? The BBC paid her an excellent salary for her regular podcast. She's appeared on various reality shows, amassing a very substantial and sizable bank account, as you can imagine. I put a call into the Department of Education to say, can you tell me more about this? Apparently it's all in due time. Did, of course, Miss Collins offer her services free for the good of the education of the children? Whose idea was it? Was it Bridget Phillipson's? Now, you might just say this is all distraction to move away from the shambles that is the current government. But since when, and again I have to say allegedly, do we need a reality TV star whose only sort of background, one might say, is being able to appear on TV shows and make a lot of money? And remember, this is Gemma who, well, was going to be, remember, starred in Chicago, but for some strange reason at the 11th hour managed to get some sort of knee injury and was never able to return to the role as Mama Morton. Some might say 8 shows a week, a little bit more difficult when you can pick up huge salaries for appearing in reality shows. Either way, the government once again will fall under the microscope of looking at exactly who thought this was a good idea. According to my source, Bridget Phillipson thinks this puts it in a better light, shows her in a more human side. What it really does go to show is that the government have clearly no idea. And if Miss Collins did, and again, I'm not suggesting she did at this stage, but if she did pick up a fee, who agreed it? And more importantly, do you think this is going to get anybody talking about the dire situation of education under, of course, Bridget Phillipson, a woman who also has never had a real job outside politics? Keir and Bridget, some might say a match made in heaven. Neil Sean in the heart of the United Kingdom.